Just thought I'd let you into a little treat. Um, Tomorrow night from about 6 p.m. I'm going to be live from Brighton Beach. How about that? From the Brighton Scar Train event, which has got Jerry Dammers, who basically was from the Specials, invented two-tone and all that. He's actually DJing there, so I'm going to be live from that event. In fact, I'm just ironing my shirt for that event, and I'm also might pack a tent, and after the party, just do a bit of wild camping in Brighton, or maybe there's an after party or whatever. I'm just going to go with the flow, but yeah, it's a bit of a mad one, but I decided to go. The good thing is I can get all the way there and all the way back for nothing. I'm going to get the bus, so I can use my bus pass. I believe all I've got to do is go to Tunbridge Wells, which is one bus away, and then one bus straight to Brighton. So I'm going to be heading down to Brighton tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, and be live from the event at 6. Don't know what time Jerry Dammers is DJing. Obviously, I've looked at hotels, but to be honest with you, I can stay awake all night. Do you know what I mean? On my ADHD meds. And the event finishes at 11. If I take my tent, do you know what I mean? What's the point in going into a hotel for about 6 or 7 hours and paying shitloads of money when I can just pop my tent up? Yeah, and save loads of money. But I'm also thinking, because Jerry Dammers is going to be there, do I take a few little records down, see if I can get him to sign them? My copy of Gangsters, man, and my Specials records. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the Brighton Scar Train, live from Brighton Beach. Jerry Dammers DJing. Imagine if I can get him to sign that. It just bangs, you know what I mean? It bangs the money right out. I've got some signed ones. The only other signed ones I've got here are from Rankin Roger. But if I can get Jerry Dammers to sign, see, obviously I can't take too much vinyl down there. I've got to stash it all. But to be honest, if I had my way, I'd take all my Specials albums down, which is quite a few. He'd probably be there all night and he'd get a fucking sore arm through signing all my Specials records. But yeah, you get something like Live at the Moonlight Club, and you get his signature whopped across it. Do you know what I mean? You're adding loads of money on it. Same with the Coventry Automatics. More Specials. Fucking Ghost Town. Do you know what I mean? Get Jerry Dammers to sign that. Or 12-inch Ghost Town. Or even better, what about my copy of Gangsters, which is worth quite a bit of money as it is. But you imagine, get Jerry Dammers to scribble on it somewhere. Obviously, you wouldn't want him to write to you. You wouldn't want him to write, "Hello, Phil, love Jerry." Do you know what I mean? Because that's personalised to me. You just want Jerry Dammers written on there, really. But there could be like a million other people going, taking their... Well, not a million, because there ain't a million copies of Gangsters out there. Well, it possibly is in other formats. But yeah, Brighton, here we go. I've already checked the weather, which is all right. Nighttime temperature's about 14. I'll be right down on the coast there, in Sussex. So I might just wear my shorts and a shirt and my jacket, I think. But if I get there a bit early, do you know what I mean? So I can survey the area, find somewhere possibly where I can just hide my things. I'm pretty good at hiding stuff. Or maybe even take it with me to the beach. Do you know what I mean? Because the party's on the beach. Maybe I can set my tent up in the middle of the party on the beach. That's what I'm going to do afterwards. The party ends at 11. But if I take my tent and just pitch it up wherever, yeah, might just take my little dome tent. But to be honest, I could get all the way there and just go to Halfords down there. But to be honest with you, I've got one, so I might as well take it. But yeah, Brighton, eh? Been looking at it for a couple of days, thinking, but I quite fancy it. Well, I've seen the videos of the events; are really good. It's there. I forget how many years it is, man. They've been doing it, but yeah, on the beach. Crazy. So I'm going to need to travel as light as well. Yeah, travel as light as I can. But obviously I'm going to have to take power banks. That's what I'm charging at the minute, my power bank. Because I'll go live from the whole event. I can go for a couple of hours each time, I think, on a full 100%. But if I plug while I'm like broadcasting, if I plug in my power bank, which is 10,000 milliamp, it will just keep it nice and charged. Oh, yeah. I think my data's alright. I think I've got about 80 gigs left or something. Yeah. 2 buses and I'm in Brighton. Dobby 44. Hello, mate. What do I do? I've done many things. But at the minute, I just listen to music. I collect records. Yeah. It's my music studio room. And my mum made records. She made albums and rock and roll music in the 1950s. But I can do many things. I've done nursing, end of life caring. I've done baking. I've been a chef. Done many things. But at the moment, I just listen to music. Because life's too short to be doing anything else. Cheers, Dobby. All the best, man. All the best to you, wherever you are. That goes to everyone out there, wherever you are. Good morning, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I say it all the time. I forgot what I'm saying. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where you are on our planet. But I won't get a lot of sleep tonight now. Now I've got my eyes on Brighton. In fact, I could even go down. I think the first bus out of this village here is at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. I can go straight to Tunbridge Wells, jump straight on the Brighton bus. Yeah, straight there. Get there a bit earlier, I suppose, but yeah. Could even have a beer, but well, I've got my ADHD pills. I can just do one of. I'll be awake anyway. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, quite interesting, especially if I can take some records. But obviously, packing albums and that's going to be a bit too much, I think. But a single or two. Let's break out a bit of gangsters, shall we? In fact, I've just posted I've actually just posted a little video of Terry Hall's favourite 2 Tone tunes. But this is the one that started it all. Don't bang it up too loud, it's 1:10 in the morning. So we'll kick the bass back. My new Diamond Stylus. Yeah. Gotta get off them decks, man, as I'll end up waking the street up. Turn the amp off. Gotta iron a shirt, or maybe a couple of shirts. For the party. In fact, I better go online and buy a ticket for the party. But I think you can pay on the door, but I'll just get one in a minute, an e-ticket or whatever it is. Got this shirt, my new Fred Perry shirt I'm going to wear. Going to iron that. And I might just take another one just in case. So I've got this little wardrobe here on the landing. Put all my shirts in. Could always wear my specials. Where's my specials t-shirt? Don't want to wear that though. Could always get him to sign my specials t-shirt with my big white marker pen. That's an idea. Not that I'd sell it because it's my special shirt. Do you know what I mean? Saying that, you'd had a few quid. You'd had a few. Oh, you'd definitely had a few quid on it. And it's nice and clean, look. Jerry Dammer's written across there, man. That's what it needs. Yeah, I might just take that anyway. Might just wear that during the day, maybe. So I need another coat hanger. And I'm going to take this shirt, I think. Yep, I'm going to take I really shouldn't be packing. Really, I should just wear one shirt and just rough it out. Because the more things I'm picking out, the more I've got to carry. But yeah, we're gonna Just take these two shirts, I think. And the good thing is, this one, I don't have to iron it. It's made out of a really nice material that you just doesn't crease up, even once you've washed it. Obviously, this one I got the other day in London. £110 this cost me. In fact, it's the most expensive shirt I've ever bought. I've got my other favourite shirt. Was my YSL shirt, like a cream coloured one. That cost me £55, but I paid double that for that. Yeah, which is crazy really, but it's quite nice. But I don't really like the Fred Perry t-shirts kind of things. You know, the ones, a lot of them was around years ago, with the 3 buttons there. What's that? Sparrow. Hello there, mate. How you doing? Yeah, I don't really like the Fred Perrys with the buttons there that stop there. I quite like shirts that button up. But yeah, these ones are really a nice material. Really quite cool as well. Saying that, I could. Where's that one? I've got another short sleeve check shirt, which would probably be better for the beach. You know what I mean? But come the evening, it might be a bit nippy. Where's that one gone? So it's in here somewhere, look. Oh, it was. Look, maybe I've washed it and not put it back. That's not that one. Oh, there it is. Oasis. What, the band Oasis? Are you talking about? What's the story, Morning Glory? If that's what you're on about. That one I quite like. That's quite warm though. Yeah, maybe you're on about Oasis the band. Or Oasis the drink. There's a drink called Oasis. You're probably talking about the band Oasis. The Gallagher brothers. Yeah, just done some concerts. Still doing some concerts. Actually, I watched one of the concerts and they're definitely still rocking away. Where do I live? Where do you live then? Where do you live, my friend? I live in a little village in a county called Kent, which is in the southeast of England. I'm about 35 miles from London, South London. I'm about 35 miles from Dover. Yeah, the Garden of England. But we're going to Brighton tomorrow. All heading to the beach, which will be quite interesting. But I'm going to sort my records out before I go. Still got my new Beat album. Time, madness, one step beyond. There we go. The time is 19 minutes past. Look. Be nearly time to tune in, say goodbye, and then I'll tune into the boxing from America. That's why I'm used to being up at this time. Normally staying up waiting for the boxing. Not that there's anything really that good on tonight. Yeah. I need some kind of bag. The ironing board. I need one of them. Why? Why what? Oasis reunion? Yeah, they were rocking. In fact, very, very good. Anybody that thought Oasis might have lost it, I think, from what I heard, I sat and watched the whole concert online on YouTube, and they were really rocking, man. They were like proper rocking, and I'm not a massive Oasis fan, but I like some of their tunes, man, are wicked. All the classics are just wicked, and they were definitely rocking every concert. In fact, don't be surprised, because I think now the brothers are getting on again. Obviously, the brothers fell out, Liam and Noel, but now they're getting on again. It's all brotherly love again, and don't be surprised if they come out with another album that's going to be a massive hit. It wouldn't surprise me. Because after these reunion concerts, just fade away would seem ridiculous when they're actually sounding pretty good. Probably because everything's good, do you know what I mean? It's all good. California, from the USA, across the water there then, across the pond, as they say. I've got a friend in Texas, man, out that way. Brownsville. California. Wouldn't mind going there. I do a lot of mountain biking and a lot of cycling. A lot of good mountain biking in California and that area. Sacramento, yeah, I've heard of that. In fact, they probably do mountain biking near there. I've watched documentaries on it. I believe that's where mountain biking first was invented. And they used to race downhill on these crazy bikes. Yeah. No problem, man. You have a good day. All the best. What's my battery doing? 74%. I'm going to set the iron up. Have a quick smoke. And then charge my phone. That's okay. I'll talk to anybody that comes on and talks to me. I'll talk to them. Simple as that. Doesn't matter who you are, what colour you are, what religion you are, what anything you are. It doesn't matter. As long as everybody's being nice. I was saying that we even get a few trolls come on, as people know, but they don't have a lot to say by the time I finish talking to them. But yeah, it's all good. Communication is the name of the game. If only the world communicated a bit more. But yeah, I'm quite good at communicating, really. I suppose that's why I got a YouTube channel. That's nice to meet you as well. I hope you're having a good weekend. I suppose you'll be behind us hours time wise. You get some boxing from Cali sometimes, but normally it's from Vegas out that way. So I think the time zones are a bit different. But many a time I'm in front of the TV at 4 a.m. watching the American fighting. just watch it. But well, I watched a little bit. Not really a big UFC fan, but I don't mind the crossover stuff when you get people like Jake Paul trying to fight Mike Tyson. I mean, that was just ridiculous, really. But I believe that he's fighting Gervonta Davis next, but I believe that's not a proper boxing match and it's a bit fit. He was on about fighting Anthony Joshua or something. To be honest, I think boxing's getting a bit stupid. Do you know what I mean? If Anthony Joshua can get in there with Jake Paul, then there's something wrong with the game. People, you know what I mean? He'll end up getting killed, man. Yeah. But I suppose money talks. Do you know what I mean? You love the UFC. I first started watching it, you know, and I'm not I watch a bit of the bare knuckle boxing. Paulie Malignaggi, he had a go at that. But the UFC, it was only when Conor McGregor won his second thing that I thought, what is this UFC? So, I mean, I had a look at it, and then you had Floyd Mayweather fight Conor McGregor. So I was sort of sucked into that hype, and yeah, I got quite into that. Yeah, but yeah, if it's someone big, then I'll watch the UFC. Otherwise, I'm just watching the boxing. The bare knuckle boxing, that's a bit brutal. But yeah, it's now you're getting sort of crossover stuff where you're getting like Francis Ngannou when he fought. Who did he fight? Fury. Put Fury down, but then Joshua put him to sleep, man, in the round one. Boom. Do you know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, in the cage, Ngannou would have Joshua crying on the floor, but in a ring, it's a different story. It's like Jake Paul, man, calling out Canelo and all that. Do you know what I mean? He'd get beat right up. If as soon as he fights someone good, he'll get beat right up. Can Jake Paul fight? Not really. He's got basic skills, but as soon as he gets in there with a mover and a shaker, someone that's done that game all their life, do you know what I mean? He couldn't even beat Tommy Fury, man. And Tommy Fury in England's considered quite crap, quite shit. But who knows? Good luck to him, man. Jake Paul. He's done a lot of good things. He's put more eyes on the game. You got girls boxing like Amanda Serrano. He's paid her proper money because he saw that she was getting, we'd call it mugged right off, ripped right off, robbed. Do you know what I mean? But he got involved and is paying them the proper money. Yeah, crazy old game. But yeah, crossover, eh? Fucking. Who else did I watch? There was another one as well. I think that Conor McGregor, mate, he's coming back, he reckons. But who knows? I'll tell you one thing I don't like. My mate round the road, Lee, he loves the WWE, but I can't watch that, man. That's just like a pantomime to me. But obviously that's, well, I say it's an American thing. I grew up with wrestling, but it was Giant Haystacks and the Big Daddy. You know what I mean? It was British, English wrestling. But the WWE just seems a complete, like Hulk Hogan, rest in peace. He passed away, that I see. It's a pantomime, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's all plotted out. Whereas, say you got, I don't know, Alexander Usyk versus Joshua, you know it ain't planned out. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen. But yeah. But anyway, not forgetting the new boy on the scene, who's probably going to break Mike Tyson's record as the youngest ever heavyweight champion. Itamu, who just beat Dillian White. In fact, he put Dillian White to sleep in round one. He comes from my county. He's from Chatham in Kent. And Moses, he will be the new world champion at some point. I believe that Turkey, Al-Sheikh, has already said, right, he wants him to fight Usyk. And if he fights Usyk, he'll beat Usyk. He'll knock Usyk out, honestly. He's 20-year-old. Even Mike Tyson said that kid's dangerous because he's so quick, man. And he fights a little bit like Mike Tyson. Yeah, very good boxer. I think, was it last week, I think they put him in with Dillian White, testing him. I thought, well, yeah, we'll see what he's like. And he blew him away. Literally blew him away. And he'd blow them all away, man. He'd blow Fury away. He'd blow, well, they've even admitted, yeah, Fury said he'd literally blow everyone away. But yeah, it'd be interesting. Again, crazy. And what was mad about it is he looked so calm when he was doing it. 70% my battery. Saying that boxing's a funny old game, you know what I mean? But you've got to say that who would blow Tommy Fury away? Jake Paul didn't. Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury, but anybody else would probably blow Tommy Fury away. Tommy Fury isn't. He's probably area level. I don't even know whether he'd win a British title, to be honest with you. But obviously, who knows? But yeah, the new kid, Moses Atama, he'd blow them all away. And you've got to say, Alexander Usyk has to go up there in the top 10 heavyweights of all time, even though he wouldn't have lived with Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield and people back in them days. He wouldn't have lived with them, I don't think. But you've got to say what he's done. He's beat Fury twice. He's beat Joshua twice. He's beat Daniel Dubois twice. Crackhead. No, not tonight, I'm afraid. Mr. WN. Fury. What, Fury's a crackhead? Who, Tyson? Or the other one? Tommy. But yeah, anyway, you can look out for Moses Utama, who's 20 years old, fighting Usyk for all the belts. And I believe that Moses takes them all and then becomes, I think he'll become the youngest champion ever. At the minute, it's Mike Tyson. But yeah, crazy, eh? They reckon the reason he's so good, because Mike Tyson was saying, it's because he's so quick. He's got the speed of like a middleweight, but he's a heavyweight. Who, Mike Tyson? Yeah, man, he was a beast in his day. He just won across his first about 15, 20 fights. He was just putting people to sleep, like boom, good night. Yeah, no one. We hadn't seen anything like him before, really, for a long time. He just used to charge across the ring and knock people right out. Yeah, crazy, eh? In fact, it was quite sad when he got in there with Jake Paul. Really, I thought that as a boxing fan. But do you know what I mean? If someone's going to pay you millions to get in there, like that, Jake Paul was on about paying Anthony Joshua in December. What was it, 100 million to get in with him? And not being funny, someone's paying you 100 million, you're getting in there with anybody, didn't you? To be honest, you're getting in there with anybody that wants to get in there. £100 million. And people say, why ain't Joshua walked away? Why isn't Usyk walked away? It's because Turkey had a shake and all the oil money. Do you know what I mean? It's all there to be had. It's crazy. But saying that, I think UFC's going to... Well, I don't know what's happening to UFC. Obviously, it's a bit differently structured than boxing, but... Yeah, it's gone a little bit bored. It was all right when it was in Saudi and the Turkey was getting his money out and going, right, you and you. Do you know what I mean? It was all really mad fights. But it'll start getting good when Moses, the young new kid on the block, you know what I mean? Usyk, Fury, Joshua, they're all old men. They're all, do you know what I mean? They're all towards the end, their twilight zone. They got a couple of fights left in them, all of them. I believe that Moses Utama has got the ability to dominate for a long time. Like Mike Tyson, he just completely dominated. But then he obviously had issues with his girlfriend and the rape, and he went to prison and that, which kind of halted his career. And he went off the rails. Tyson won them all, and then he fought, what was it, Buster Douglas, who knocked him out. And that was because Mike Tyson was living the good life on the women, on the whatever, you know what I mean, on the drugs, on it all, and he just couldn't. He didn't train or nothing. Do you know what I mean? And I suppose if you're dedicated, but yeah, Jake Paul. It's a bit of a joke, isn't it? Really, that he's fighting all the oldies. Mike Tyson, which is quite sad, really. And I believe he's fighting Gervonta Davis, Tank, next. But I believe that that's not a proper boxing match. It's just an exhibition. But yeah, as soon as actually Jake Paul fights a proper boxer, a good one, he'll get sparked out because he couldn't beat Tommy Fury. Saying that, you got to give it to him. What he's done is pretty impressive, really. But then I suppose if you're a big YouTube fucking sensation and you got millions and billions in the bank, you could probably do what you want. Do you know what I mean? But he does keep saying he's going to win a world title and all that bollocks. But if that's the case, he needs to get in there with some real fighters. And I think as soon as he does that, he get found out. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, proper bollocks. That's what it is. Then again, if he's paying the millions, I'm getting in there. Do you know what I mean? You're getting in there for all them millions, man. Everybody's getting in there. I suppose it is good what he's done for the girls' game, Amanda Serrano and all that, paying him proper money. But who's his brother? I forget his brother's name. Logan, isn't it? Yeah, Logan. Yeah, he's had a couple of fights as well, I think. Anyway, everybody, I'll be back later. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, whatever you're doing out there. Peace.